Good evening and welcome back to Tonight at the Q. We did several of these in the fall and winter, and we're back with Becky, Barta. Becky is going to be in a show with us this year. We're getting ready to come back in person, and she's going to be here. And it's appropriate because the first professional show I ever did was with Becky here at Quality Hill Playhouse in a show called Personals.
That's right.
When Theater League had started. But here we are a few years later. And
A few.
Becky's spending some time back home in Kansas City from New York and has been nice enough to join us. So thanks.
Very grateful to be here.
Awfully glad you are. And this is one of her, what do we say, go-to songs?
Go-to songs. That's right.
Jerry Herman from Mac and Mabel.
Time heals everything. Tuesday, Thursday. Time heals everything. April, August. If I'm patient, the break will mend. And one fine morning, the hurt will end. So make the moments fly, autumn, winter. I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through, some Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, autumn, winter, next year, some year. Time heals everything. Time heals everything but loving you. So make the moments fly, autumn, winter. I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through, some Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, autumn, winter, next year, some year. Time heals everything. Time heals everything but loving you.
Well, we'll start with something happy. It's like,
Well, you
it's-
know, it's kind of how I feel about Kansas City, I have to say. It's been several years since I have lived here permanently, but I think about you guys all the time. And, you know,
Well,
love
we're
ya.
glad that you're back and that
Yeah.
you're doing things. But that is that a song that you used for auditions?
I use that song for auditions. Yes, there's, you know,
And people don't do Mac and Mabel really. I mean, they don't know
no,
that song
no,
very well.
but it's funny. There are a handful of songs that I try to pick out that are that one song that stuck out in an older show. You know, I don't think it's an older show, but the casting directors look at me and go, "Oh yeah, I love that song. I love that song." And you know, they're quite a bit younger, but they know that one. They know that one. And
But it's Jerry Herman. So
Yeah.
you got to know it.
you got to know the classics.
It's a good one, but it's
Yeah.
gotten you lots of jobs.
It's gotten me a few jobs.
Now, Becky and I go back to the very beginning before we started Quality Hill Playhouse.
That's right.
We were doing shows at the Simpson House through All Souls and also at the Bed and Breakfast and wherever anybody's living room had a piano if they would have us.
That's
you know.
right. That's
Well,
right.
do you remember? Did you sing with me? There was the one woman who, I think Mark Edelman. Mark built the theater, and great guy. And he would have us, do things in his donors' houses. And the woman
Oh,
said, "Oh, I have a
yes.
grand piano," and I got there, and I mean, I guess she thought it was grand, but it was like that
It was
upright.
a spinet, yeah.
And afterwards, she cried. She cried. She said, "I'm so glad you played the piano that I won on The Price is Right." Seriously, it was like
Da 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 da. Da da da
seriously,
da.
she won, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, you're welcome." But we were doing a show. You and Lori Blaylock did a show,
Yeah.
and I think it was just called Becky
Yeah.
and Lori.
Yeah, I think so.
And at the Simpson House.
Yeah.
But were you in another show and had to do the second act, or was it Lori?
I think that was Lori.
And so
Yes.
originally it was going to be, Becky would do one, and then Lori would
Right.
do one, and then Lori got a show or something, and so
We
the
had to
first
break
act
it up
was
in
all
acts.
Becky all the time, and so we were doing it, and we just did whatever we wanted,
Yeah.
whatever songs
Yeah.
we wanted to do. But was that when you got called to audition? Becky has done all kinds of shows, Patsy Cline and Forbidden Broadway
Right.
and Les Mis, and she's going to tell you more about it. But you started doing Forbidden before you started doing Patsy?
I did. Oh, yes, yes. And Forbidden Broadway had been done here, and it was such a great hit. Lori was in it, and they were. It was going to be done again, and they were looking. I think both girls couldn't do it again
Well,
for whatever reason.
I played it with Lori and Deanna Hurst.
Yes, yeah.
And Casey
Love
Helmeet.
Deanna Hurst.
And
yes.
I can't remember, but the second time.
I love Lori Blaylock.
Well.
They're great. Yeah, and it was so fantastic. But they were doing other things for some reason, and so I had the chance to audition, and I thought I really want to get this. I was trying to figure out what to do. Kent.
Well, you were doing a show. We were doing our show together,
Yeah.
and you said, "What should I sing
Yeah.
for this audition?" Because they just say, "Come in and do whoever you do,
impression.
whatever
Yeah,
impression
whatever,
you do,
yeah.
whatever you do."
Right.
And I remember you were like, "I don't know who I do.
Yeah.
I don't know who I
Yeah,
am. What
yeah.
I don't know who I impersonate."
Right, right.
And I think we just sat around the piano and you tried
Just
different
things.
voices. And so we came up.
Cher was a contender. I remember that.
Oh
but
yeah,
I
you were.
ultimately
there was-
didn't do Cher.
yeah. But you did this for them.
Yes.
And,
oh,
and got
this
the
was
job.
my audition.
So
that
yeah.
you
so here.
and I, but you
No,
created.
well,
Yeah.
I
mhm.
just But I don't have to do it. You do it.
Yeah.
I mean, but anyway, this was her tribute to three of the leading ladies of the stage, our favorite things.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Hi, Julie. Hello, Ethel. Carol? Oh. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling shadowlicious, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
sorry, but that is art. I mean, and you got the job.
I got the job.
You got the job.
Not sure about that tempo. And thank you for playing with me.
Well,
It
it's
goes
Carol
all over
Channing.
the place.
She doesn't have a tempo.
No, but we love those people,
Yes,
right?
we love her. Well, I remember when she was in town once, and she's was already of a certain age.
That's right.
And she had been invited to be the Grand Marshal of the New York City Gay Pride Parade.
Yeah.
And she said, I can't do her voice, but she said, "Oh no, there's many more better Carol Channings than me." I was like, well, it's kind of true. I mean, but
well, that's what she would say. I have to say, I got to meet her at a Forbidden Broadway. She loved Forbidden Broadway. She, would say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and just loved it.
Well,
and was a regular
hello,
fan.
Carol.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Carol.
That's right.
Anyway, but during that time, I think you brought a little
yes.
show and tell.
Well, because with all of the concerts that I was fortunate enough to do for Kent, this was probably in the, I'm just going to say
it was 40
late
years
80s, early 90s, and you remember that time period. I was saying earlier, my hair was the same length, but you wouldn't know it. Here it is. It stopped here, but it was this tall.
Oh,
So it was like from here, it was like this.
I have pictures of you and Donna Thomason doing your hair.
Yeah. Oh.
It took
Can
hours.
of hairspray a day. Yeah. So anyway, I'm surprised I have hair. But we also, all of the girls who Kent would hire, we all were thrilled for him. We knew something was bubbling.
Well, and
we knew something was starting.
I didn't have any money.
And there was,
I was like, bring whatever you got to wear.
Right. And so we got together and we're like, well, we got to, look nice. And how about, black bottoms or skirts, pants, whatever, but sparkly tops. Because, it's 1991, so you wear a sparkly top, right? I have a lovely collection I'd like to share that I've kept here in Kansas City, and Vanna Samantha's going to help me. This would be the first one. You can tell, sparkly top, right?
Oh.
Straight from heaven.
Light as a feather except for
the 10-pound shoulder pads, and they all have them. This actually, I think, is my favorite, even though it's not particularly sparkly. I was so proud. I turned it into a Kent top because I bought these buttons at a yard sale, and they were sparkly. So I sewed them on. And there they are. And
a yard sale, really?
Yeah, it was a yard sale.
Her mother is the queen.
And my mother's the queen of yard sales. That's right. So she was proud of me too. And this is from the Good Samaritan Project. I just have to say that, and it stays on. But that's my favorite one.
But this is
the pièce de résistance. Okay, what do you think? Really.
It says Delta Burke. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It is.
It's
It's
very
designing women. What can? Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
And it's not just in the front; it's in the back. So this would be the typical Kent top. And another lady.
The one that you wore for me, not the one that I wore.
That's right.
I just want to
I
clarify
think you wore
that.
the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure that we get our timeline correct. Oh, but anyway, we did.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
We did shows wherever people would have us.
That's right.
The Simpson House and Village Presbyterian Church.
That's right.
All of that. And then the theater here started when Mark Edelman and Theater League built it. I don't think you were in this show. I can't remember who was in it. The incredible hit show, Angry Housewives.
Oh, yeah. No, I was not in that show.
About the mothers who were upset at their children, and so they formed a punk band. And at the end of the first act, they sang a song called Eat Your Blank Cornflakes and threw the cereal onto the audience. It was a big hit.
Good
one day,
idea.
yeah, seriously, one day at a matinee, some woman, remember Laura Lehman?
Yes.
This tiny little girl.
Oh, yes.
And she's throwing cereal. Eat your cornflakes, eat your cornflakes, throwing cereal on the audience. And then some woman's like, stop that. And she was like, be glad it's a matinee. At night we throw the milk too. And it's like, okay, I'm a kid and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But Becky and I did personals together.
Yes.
And then we did all of these other shows together. And then through the years, you've done, we were lucky enough to get to perform at the Kennedy Center, and you were in Washington already.
That's
because
right.
at that time you were in the national tour of Les Mis.
That's right.
Doing 13 tracks.
That's right. 14 at that point.
Seriously?
Yeah, I learned Madame Thénardier there.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
13 in the swing and then cover for. How did you know what part to not sing? Like, did you know? Oh, tonight I'm singing the alto line, or?
Yes, but that's part of the gig. You know, that is part of the gig. I had, and I still do, have these little mini notebooks, and I had 13 of them. You know, I kept one for each track, so I could go through it real quick. You know, if I hadn't done that particular track in a while.
And then put on different dirty clothes and
that's
black
right.
out the different tooth or whatever.
That's right.
And then do your
But
thing.
and then some nights we would have what we'd call combos because 3 girls would be out. So there were always two women and 2 men, male swings, but 2 of us had to cover 3 tracks.
Well, but,
so, it was like, I'll get the cup, you get the tray,
Well, but didn't you tell me that one of your tracks was a boy?
Oh, yes. There are 2 women in the original Les Mis that are called Bullet Boys in the scene, in the second act barricade scene. And they're Bullet Boys.
They just run up and down the trash and pick up stuff, right?
That's right. And,
but you were not a Bullet Boy.
Oh, well, I was Bullet Man. I called myself Bullet Man. But...
I'm sure they didn't know
I fit the costume, so I got the gig.
Exactly. But then, somewhere along the line, you started...
I did. My New York experience is very opposite. I went with a Broadway show, and then very soon thereafter got into an off-Broadway show called Always Patsy Cline. I'd done it here, but that
was the first time it started. It was kind of the opposite, right? I mean, because it started regionally and then went off-Broadway.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and then of course there were several years where there was nothing, but that's what all actors go through, right? But I was very happy to do Always Patsy Cline there, and then have done it many other places.
And along the line,
yes,
you met.
I met my husband. This is new. Yeah, I mean, well, we're 7 years now, and we've known each other 20. No, maybe not 20, but close.
But David's great, and
it is 20. Yeah,
bass player and drummer and all
musical
kinds of
director,
things, musical director, and everything. But you met during doing Patsy Cline. And did he work on your recording? Becky recorded
I did,
a CD
and
of country
he did.
stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
He played the drums and then went back in and
mixed it. And
did some more bass playing and mixed it, and it was a labor of love.
This is a Patsy song that's not
in
the show.
Always Patsy Cline, and not on my CD. It's a song that I love. It's in Coal Miner's Daughter. So that's such a great movie. That's a good, cuddle up with some popcorn and your loved one and watch that. It's great. But
and so of course it's a song about the man who leaves you.
Yeah,
that's
true.
a cuddle up story.
That's right. Well, it's a country song. It has to be sad.
It's a
And I know at the end it doesn't say it, but she loses her horse too.
Well, I was going to say, because
horse
if you
and,
right, if you play the rock music backwards, you get satanic verses, But if you play the country music backwards, you get your job back, you get your wife back, you get your horse back,
There you
get
go.
your truck back.
There you go.
See, in the other side of the camera, what they don't know out there is the new Mrs. Crook, Samantha Agron, and I thank goodness I don't have to say Agron, Argon, or whatever it is anymore. I can say Creek now. But we're going to do one of these, but she's back there. She was doing the tops and everything. So thank you, Samantha,
Yes.
and John, our audio person, and Colton Crook, Samantha Creek's husband. He's our videographer. And, well, we pay them. So that means that's where you, the audience, come in. Because I can't pay them unless you hit the donate button underneath this video. So, no, we're very grateful. Everyone's been, the one thing we have not lost is all of you, and we appreciate it. So anyway, here's a little
country.
Loretta, Patsy mix.
All of them. There he goes, he's walking away. Each step he takes brings heartaches my way. She won his heart, I lost it some way. Oh, there he goes, he's walking away. Now if I hadn't cheated, and if I hadn't lied, oh, I'd be the one walking by his side. I love him still, but I guess that it shows. He's walking away. Oh, there he goes. Now if I hadn't cheated, and if I hadn't lied, oh, I'd be the one walking by his side. I love him still, but I guess that it shows. He's walking away. Oh, there he goes. He's walking away. Oh, there he goes.
We have to get David here.
Yes.
And do something. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll do something. And once we
God,
get
he'd love
opened, I think, Becky's doing the Broadway Belters show in the spring, which I can't wait for. All women, actually, doing that show, including Lenora's going to be with us, and Christina's going to direct it and all kinds of things. But I just think it'd be great to have David. I mean, I would love to make music with him and have you.
Well,
I don't know, just on the weekends in the lobby.
Sounds good to me.
Come. I'll have to order long neck beers, but is that what they're called? Long necks, high tops? No, those are tennis shoes. What are they, Samantha? What are they? Long necks? Turtleneck beers.
Love that.
Why? Like Mitch McConnell eats them or something?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You can edit that out if you're not that kind. But sorry, that was a bad joke. Samantha liked it though. Colton kind of liked it. He's blushing. His forehead's blushing. Well, Becky.
Yes.
So David is coming back in town soon?
He will. He'll be back next week.
And then go back to New York, but
it's
then you
so
come back
confusing.
here. And
Yeah. I'm not actually. A lot of us through the pandemic did things we never thought we'd do because we stayed alive. How about that? That's one thing. And also, my husband and I got our first little doggie together. She was 12 when we adopted her, so she wasn't a puppy, but we love her so much. And she's in great health.
she's a showbiz name.
Oh, Lola. She was a showgirl.
Whatever she wants,
Yellow
she gets.
feathers in her hair, dress cut down to there, the whole thing. But she.
I was totally in Damn Yankees, and you were totally.
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
Barry Manilow.
Either one.
But I'm good. Like she's
Either
at
one.
the Copa. That's great. I got a different picture now.
And I said down to there. It's up to there. Anyway,
And she
we have
wore
to
a
take
sparkly
care of
top,
her.
right?
So she's gonna stay here. She loves it here. She loves all the grass.
Well, I was gonna say it's a lot
Oh my
different
God!
from walking in.
Yeah. She's so much nicer to other dogs here than she is in New York. Let me tell you.
Everybody's nicer.
That's
Or
right.
that's what people think. People in New York are nice.
That's right. They are. They
But,
actually are.
Now that things are starting to open up, we really appreciate this. It's crazy that it's as long as it's been since we've been together, but we're looking forward to seeing you all in person again soon. We have 5 of these, I think, maybe of these tonight at the Q's total. I don't know. And we recorded this long before you saw this, so who knows what's going to happen in between then, But in any case, we'll keep you posted, and we're going to do one more song. Becky is, versatile performer vocally, and is really one of the main reasons that we're even here right now, because we really did grow up. I mean, we were right out of college when we first started working. And that whole crop, Lori Blaylock and Don Richard and Heidi Gutknecht and all of us, and of course you all were not union at the time. We were all starting out.
That's right.
And Becky and I were doing a show together. There's 2 things that Becky said to me that got us to this point. Finally, one day she pulled me aside and she said, "You can't do anything for free anymore." And that was a big deal, because I kept thinking, "Oh, did you hear that?" Somebody outside went, "Woo, yeah, pay him."
Don't do anything for free.
Don't give it away, girl. But people kept thinking, I kept thinking, well, you need more experience. When you get enough experience, then you'll get paid. And you're like, you get paid. And then when the Theater League had built this beautiful place, and then they left, and the lease was up. I remember you at your dressing room at the Heartland, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And you said, "What do you mean you don't?" Like, what do you mean you don't know what to do? You're going to go do it. And I went and said hi, and here we are. So over the years, we've been able to do lots of things. But this last song is one of your dream roles?
Oh, it comes from the musical Titanic. It's a love song. It's a love song between the 2 eldest members of the cast, the Strausses. They were first class passengers and had the opportunity to leave the boat, but he said, "No, there are too many younger men here. I can't stand in their way. They have more life to lead." And in turn, he tries to get his wife to go, and she says, "I'm not leaving without you. I'm not leaving without you. You are my life." And it's just a beautiful story. And I remember seeing the show in New York 20 whatever years ago now, 22, 3 years ago. And there were several roles in the show at that time, at my age at that time, that I thought, well, I could play that. But boy, I want to play Ida Strauss. I'm going to have to wait for that one. And, 20 some years go by, and I don't want to say I forgot about it, but it wasn't on the top of my brain. And this just doesn't happen. I know it happens to some people, and that's wonderful. For everyman actors like me, I audition mostly. It's happened a handful of times to me where someone will call with a job, but I go to a lot of auditions. This was just simply a call from a wonderful theater that I'd worked at before, Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera, and wondered if I would be interested in playing Ida Strauss in a production of Titanic. They have such beautiful production values there. They share a lot of sets with Starlight, actually. So you can imagine when I'm at Starlight, I see Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera on the back of trees. And when I'm at Pittsburgh, I see Kansas City Starlight on the back of fences, for set pieces. But it meant the world to me. That something that you want as an actor, you actually can get. And it happened. It was Christmas. Very grateful. It was a wonderful experience. And I suggested this song with Kent because this is how I feel about him.
Well, I feel the same way about you, my friend, that we still get to make music
Here we
together.
Are.
And
that's right.
Here we are, and you all out there are still with us, and we thank you for that. So we'll leave you with this last song until we see you again. Thank you so much for being with us, Becky.
Oh, always.
Still, the way I love you still lives in my heart.
After all of the years we've been together, holding our love still,
the way you move me still feels as it did when you first became mine. Whispered the words,
I will.
I loved you then, and I love you still.
No one else could play your role, forever know my mind.
True compassion of my soul, I won't turn from you. I learn from still, through fortune's changes still, always we've known that the promise we made kept us as one.